heroes and villains, welcome to Multiverse. So as you log in today, you should have a little gift waiting for you. Let's open the gift. Open granted item menu. And here you can see the new tactical mods. So let us select it and let us claim it. In case you do not know, there are some new tactical mods that have been added to the marketplace. We'll take a look at those in just a minute. So to get the party started, DCUO did give us some free tactical mods. Sadly, these are some single-use items, so once you do put them in your gear, sadly, once you salvage your gear, you will lose the mod, so you will have to keep on buying and buying tactical mods to replace those you will have lost. So the first one is the Tumbling Master mod. Your dodge is no longer vulnerable to interrupt. When performing a dodge, gain a shield based on 30% of your max health that blocks 75% of incoming damage for 12 seconds. And there's a cooldown of 30 seconds. And you may also tap the movement control to cancel out your dodge into a combo. So in a nutshell, it is pretty much an improved version of the Tumbling Master mod. And sadly, seeing how once you salvage your gear, you will lose your mod, I will wait until I get the elite version of the boots before I actually put the mod into it. Although I do have the elite version of the gloves, so let's take a look at the mod for the gloves. So here, using a superpower increases your damage by 15% for 5 seconds. Also, if you look at the dispenser, you'll notice that the mods have been changed. So now the mods from the dispenser are purple. So let's pick up our mod. Normally with this character, I would use the regenerative shielding mod. There are characters with which I'll use the improved stealth mod. And also other characters would use the empowered channeling mod. So the max damage mod will mostly be good for DPSs. So here it says that using a superpower increases damage by 2% for a short time, as opposed to 15% for 5 seconds. And there's a 120 second cooldown. So let us equip the mod. So here we have the ultimate critical prowess mod that increases your weapon and ability critical chances by 2.5%. So obviously I don't have an elite set of gear just yet, but even then, the mod I actually use is restorative quantum tunneling. Here with the ultimate hearty mod, it's something I would usually use with a tank type character. It increases your health by 15%. But for my troll, I prefer to use power efficiency, so I will give that mod to a tank character. Also, you can see that the mods are account bound, so you can trade them to your alternate characters if you want to, and you cannot sell them on the broker. Here we have the ultimate accelerated power mod, so using a shield or a supercharged generator superpower has 25% chances to reset the cooldown of the shield and the supercharged generator. It is weirdly phrased, but you have a chance to reset your shield or your supercharged generator. So here I have the omnipotent back piece. So let's put them on here. And here we have the unending power mod, so it increases might by 25% and precision by 30% for 4 seconds if your hit counter is above 25. I use the escalating replenishing proc, so I'll save that for one of my alternate characters. And for the head mod, grants 15% supercharges back to you when you use a supercharge. It is much better than the mod I have, which is only 5%. And it is the OP headpiece, so why not? That headpiece should be good for quite a while until I have to replace it. Even the back piece will be good at least for one more DLC. And the ultimate blast adapter mod. Weapon attacks cause an explosion damaging up to 9 additional targets in a 7.5 meter radius for 13% of your precision. And there's a 20-second cooldown. Here the blast adapter 5, weapon attacks blast your target and 5 other nearby creatures. And it does mention additional damage, it just doesn't mention how much. And it occurs every 20 seconds. So at the very least, it does target additional targets. And I would assume that 13% is probably more than what the other mod actually give. So let's put it in our weapon. It's not an elite weapon, but it's pretty much the best weapon we have in the game right now. So there we go. So for the Tumbling Master, I will wait until I upgrade my boots. For the leg mod, I'm a bit hesitant. Either I'll save it for an alternate character, or I will wait to upgrade my legs. We'll see. For the hardy mod, I'll give that to one of my tank characters. So as I mentioned, you can trade those mods to your alternate characters if you want to. Now, people thought we could sell those mods on the broker, but as you saw, these mods are account bound. So sadly, you will not be able to sell them on the broker. So if we take a look at the marketplace, so if you go to upgrades, so here you see the various mods. The mods come by packs of 5, and in a nutshell, it's going to cost $5 per pack, $4.50 if you are a subscriber. So to keep things simple, it's going to cost $1 per mod. So if you purchase all the mods, it'll cost you $40, $36 if you are a subscriber. And if you're like me and you have a lot of characters, it will get expensive really fast if you try to get those mods for all your characters. Also, sadly, whenever you salvage your gear, you will lose your mod. So sadly, whenever you change a piece of gear, you will have to get some new mods. It's sad, but that's how it is. Or you will have to wait until you get some elite piece of gear and then put the mod into those elite piece of gear. Like the boots, I'll wait to get the elite pair of boots before I put a mod into it. One of the selling points for those mods is that with those mods, you no longer need your generator for the mods to actually work. So even if you don't have the tactical mods here, you can purchase the mods from the marketplace and the mods will work for your character. The same if you don't replace the cells of your generator. So in theory, that could seem like a good idea, but in practice, it's completely pointless. You will have to replace the cells of your generator anyway if you want your teleporter mods to work or your other mods. And of course, if you want your backup to work, if you want your orbital strike to work, and if you want your supply drop to work, you will have to activate the cells anyway. So it's a benefit that will be pointless for most people. Also, one thing we already know, it will get old really fast to have to replace the mod whenever we replace a piece of gear. How can we know this already? Way back when we had the exobyte mods that we had to insert into our gear, and those mods would give us a whole bunch of bonuses, but then those mods were replaced by the generator mods because it was freaking annoying always having to replace the mods in our gear. Also, a lot of people just didn't do it. A lot of people would play the game with no mods in their gear because it was so annoying. So sadly, we see something that happens way too often. Whenever there is some new people, a new team of people, they often repeat the mistakes of the past because they did not make those mistakes themselves. Now, I have seen that many times. Whenever you get a new team, they think they know better than the people who came before them. They sometimes repeat what was done before, thinking that this time it will be different. And usually they end up with the same result. So even telling the new devs that this is a mistake, they're not going to listen to us. Sadly, sometimes people have to make the mistakes on their own, by themselves, and then realize that, oopsie, we made a boo-boo. And in case you're wondering, you can also purchase the mods from the loyalty vendor in the House of Legends. Sadly, on the loyalty vendor, even if you are a subscriber, you do not get 10% off. So there we go, guys. So we have some new mods that have been added to this Universe Online. And when you log in, you should get one of each new mod as a free gift. How long will those free mods be available? I have no idea. So log in right now and get your free mods right now while you can, before it's too late. So sadly, we've been seeing that the devs have been more aggressive in trying to monetize DC Universe Online for some time, and it would seem that those new mods are the next step in trying to aggressively monetize DCUO. Although it's not just with the new devs, the older devs also were more aggressive in trying to monetize the game. Odds are, it is orders that come straight from EG7, and EG7 are used to dealing in mobile games. So sadly, you're going to see probably more and more monetization that comes straight from some of EG7's mobile games. I guess we're going to have to wait and see for that. Now, I guess the real question is, what will they add next that we will have to pay for? At this point, we're going to have to wait and see. So there we go, guys. So we have some new mods that have been added to this Universe Online. Now, are people going to buy those mods? Are people going to boycott those mods? I guess we're going to have to wait and see. Although if you have a lot of characters, there is no way that you can get those mods for all your characters. I could see people use maybe those mods for their main character, or maybe their main hero character and then their main villain character. But getting those mods for your alternate character, that's not really going to be an option. Well, that is an option, but it's going to get expensive really fast. So you decide, either you keep on playing without those mods, or you spend some extra cash to be able to get those mods. You decide.